Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are breaking down the one thing that truly controls your performance, your behavior, and ultimately your results. This is the secret to unlocking your real potential, and it's something you can start to master, like right now.
Okay, let's just start with a feeling I'm pretty sure we all know. You know that feeling, right? That frustrating gap where you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Make the call, hit the gym, start the project, but you just can't make yourself do it. It's a totally universal human thing. And what do we usually do? We blame our willpower. We think, if only I was just more disciplined. But what if willpower isn't even the real problem here? What if the issue isn't your character, but the fact that you're trying to push this giant boulder uphill instead of tapping into a force that makes it all feel, effortless, where it just flows? So what is this secret ingredient? It's all about your state. This is that missing link we've been talking about, the secret sauce that finally closes that gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it. And honestly, understanding this, it changes everything. So let's be super clear on what we mean when we say state. It's basically the sum total of how you're feeling, both in your head and in your body, at any given moment. A good way to think about it is like your own internal weather system. Is it stormy and dark inside, or is it clear, sunny, and powerful? Because that internal weather, that's what dictates what you do next.
And check this out. This model here visualizes it perfectly. Just look at what's right there at the center, the core that influences everything else. It's your state. It's the foundation that all of your actions and all of your results spring from.
Okay, but here's the best part. Your state isn't just some random thing that happens to you. Not at all. It's actually something you can control, and you control it with 3 incredibly powerful levers that we're going to break down right now. It's called the triad of power.
The first lever, and honestly, the fastest way by far to change how you feel, is to change how you use your physical body. It's simple. Your biology is directly tied to your psychology. Motion creates emotion. This is the absolute foundation. And we're not talking about some small, subtle shift here. If you're feeling down and you just kind of lift your chin a little bit, and not much is going to happen. But a radical, powerful change in your body, in your posture, your breathing, your movement, that will create an equally radical change in how you feel. Instantly. You can literally try this right now. Go on, stand up. Pull your shoulders back, like you just won a gold medal. Take a huge, deep breath that fills up your entire chest. Now just move a little bit with some energy. See? It's not complicated. In just a few seconds, you're sending a brand new signal to your brain, a signal of strength and confidence. Okay, so you've shifted your body. Now for the second lever, your focus. Whatever you consistently focus on is what you're going to feel. Simple as that. Think of your focus like the director of the movie playing in your head. It decides what to zoom in on and what to just leave on the cutting room floor. And here's the really critical part. Your brain doesn't really know the difference between something you're vividly imagining and something that's actually real. So if you're focusing on everything that could go wrong, you will feel all the anxiety of it, even if none of it ever happens. But if you focus on what you're grateful for, what you're excited about, you'll feel that instead. Your focus literally builds your emotional world. And that brings us to the third lever, which is language. This is all about the words you use, not just out loud, but in your own head. The words you attach to an experience literally become the experience. We are all storytellers, and the most important story you'll ever tell is the one you tell yourself. Think about it. Is this situation a devastating problem, or is it an interesting opportunity? The actual event is the same, but the language you wrap around it completely changes the meaning, and that changes the state you're in. Your story either gives you power, or it takes it away. Now, I know this all might sound good in theory, but let's look at a real-world example of just how powerful this triad is. We're going to talk about the incredible turnaround of a true tennis legend, Andre Agassi. So at this point in his career, Agassi was completely off the rails. He was the best in the world, number 1, and then he just plummeted down the rankings. He was hurt physically, sure, but way more importantly, he was just defeated mentally and emotionally. He was even talking about quitting for good. And this right here just shows you the 2 different worlds he was living in. Look at the left, his lousy state. His focus, all on his wrist hurting. His language to himself, I can't do this. His body, hesitant, weak. But then look at the right, his peak state. Now his focus is on his opponent. Why did you even bother showing up?
His internal language is all about total certainty, and his physiology, he was prowling like a tiger. Same guy, totally different state. So here's the huge point. His world-class, unbelievable tennis skill, it never went anywhere. That talent was always there, but it was completely locked away, totally inaccessible when he was trapped in that negative, weak state. He couldn't use what he already had until he changed how he felt. So what is the big takeaway from all this? Being able to command your state, it's not some gift you're born with. It is not a fixed part of your personality. It is a skill. It's a muscle that you can train and make stronger over time. I want you to start thinking of your most powerful emotions. Courage, certainty, passion, determination. Don't think of them as these random feelings that just show up. Think of them like muscles. They are strengths that are already inside you, just waiting to be trained and called on when you need them. And just like any muscle, if you don't use them, you lose them. It's that simple. If you never actively practice courage, that muscle gets weaker. If you don't use your faith in yourself, it starts to dwindle. If you don't express passion, it just fades away. You've got to train these states on purpose. Look, this isn't just about feeling good for a couple of minutes. This is the fundamental skill for creating the life you actually want. Because when you can consciously and consistently put yourself into a powerful, resourceful state, you can get yourself to do whatever it takes to win. So, in the end, it all comes down to a choice you can make in any single moment. By changing your body, directing your focus, and choosing your words, you hold all the power. So the only real question left is, what state are you going to choose today?